I mean, it has been the double AD carry. I was about to say that we see a lot, and actually going to be the Caitlyn going to the support role. So this is something we've been seeing a lot in other regions, finally coming to the table. Huge amount of push.
He's going to wander in, knowing that Perks is already under his tower, not really in any room to do anything to respond back. But on the bottom side of the map, Mercer now been locked up. Neon now stepping forward. Big damage coming in onto Mercer. Lands the mystic shots, lands the auto. There's nothing left of Neon. He's not done. He's stepping forward. He's been mid lane. He's gotten another flash. He's gotten sums. He's gotten damage down. And now his bot lane, or Bo's bot lane, is so far ahead that it feels just unplayable for Heretics.
Yeah, and it feels a lot of the times like Bo is that player that wants having their bot lane this far behind, but we'll have to see if Jankos can try and turn some of these advantages in the top end with Ruby and Evie having that control into something a little bit more.
Photon, really positive trades here, but Evie obviously just trying to usher the wave back under tower. Nice sidestep with the footwork there to get away from Photon. Herald is going to go down. Jankos is going to take it away. Bo contesting just a little bit. No major spells burned quite yet. Keep in mind, while we're talking, while the camera is on the top side of the map, the Ezreal and Karma continue to push in, continue to deny CS, continue to look to grab plates. As, now we're fighting for jungle camps, but Perk's going to get an excellent disengage. They're now fully going to commit. Yanko's flashing in, wanting to finish the job. He's feeling a little bit personal, but he's already taken out the Wukong. Perk's now starting to walk away. Healing coming in. Lamps for a spike. Perk's trying to take a breather. Flash back in from Bo. Bo trying to make it look clean. Mercer manages to grab one. Ruby surely just next on the list. Oh, Bo, no. He's gearing up. You give him one. You give him two. He's looking for three. That's going to do it in the end. The double kill for Bo. Meanwhile, top lane, 1v1 back and forth. Evie going all out. Photon going away. 1,000 gold. Individually, 1,000 gold. He's a third of Vitality's overall gold lead by himself.
And I want you to think about this entity, just these objectives like the Rift Herald, when they know they can get more elsewhere on the map. And I mean, you don't put your focus on the top side, they still win out on top side, but Vitality gets
smaller for Team Heretics. And we talked about it, Dag. The two items, really where it feels like Vitality's composition can start to take over. Well,
and we're seeing why we haven't got the Caitlyn out of Heretics thus far, right? I think Vitality took the gamble and it's working out for them. Now they're looking at their last tower in the mid lane. And
up there. Scatter the Weak goes wide. That's a start. Arrow goes wide though. Mercer not hitting that ult is massive. Lamb's respite on the backside. Mercer incredibly low. Photon stepping in. Neon getting chipped away just a little bit. Mercer ticking. Two blinking health bars. Mercer, as well as Jankos, in trouble now as Jack Spectre just barely able to walk away with his life. As in the meantime, Ocean Drake is going down. Vitality are ready to see the adaptation. Bo moving down to the bottom side. Kaiser fearlessly stepping forward. Mercer is so squishy. Goodbye to the bar as Yanko's now managing to knock up one. Bo flashing back out to safety, healing up just in time. Evie desperately trying to finish the job here, trying to lock up Bo. Does he have ulti available? Doesn't look like he can take him out of this one. Evie running away here as all of Vitality are descending upon the Cassante. Slowly but surely they look to break him down. Sion unstoppable means it's just a free port for Evie. That was clever. It looked really pretty, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Evie now trying to finish the job. The knockup now coming in. Evie trying to make a heroic effort on the bottom side, but he's eventually brought low. Jack Spectre now knocked up again. The Gale Force not enough. Neon going to take that one away.
See if they could get something going, but the second you fall behind, I mean, this is all you've got left. There's nothing else to really truck.
Team Heretics just going to have to hide under those towers and farm up. The wall there, definitely a big homie for their side as Mercer once again going to get taken down. Ruby now scooping back to the rest of the team. Yanko's finding the knockups. Ruby getting cut down. They just do not have the damage, but they will finally shut down the Kindred. A perfect split scatter the weak from Perks. Manages to find two. Yanko's now running for the hills. Photon can tank any tower he needs to, but there's no towers left standing for Jankos. The entire team looks to chase him down. Knock up over the wall. Scatter the weak again. Fight after fight after fight. Vitality are slaughtering Team Heretics.
I mean, you can see the pings going over towards Baron as well, but I mean, that's Ocean Soul now available in just 2 seconds, so Vitality just going to keep this one going. Evie gets on towards Neon.
He's going all out, but he's all out of life because he will get taken down.
Wrong vision for Baron, because you know that's going to be the next big call for Vitality, but I just don't know how Heretics try and stop them at this stage. And into the next game, how can we try and improve this? And how can we make sure that this isn't going to be a repeat for game number 2? And Heretics, I think the best bet is, hey look, we're to see that Jack Spectre and Mercer aren't entirely comfortable on this kind of setup in that bot side. And then see if you can get a little bit more control coming through from the jungle. Not that I think Jankos has had a particularly bad game on the Wukong, but I think it's just significantly easier for him to play that.
Knockup, snare, they're gonna kill him. Jankos now running for the hills. Second ulti stack going to buy a bit more space. Evie on the backside with Ruby. Maybe there's something to be done here. Photon, though, a very beefy front line as Perks just runs in, pushes his R button, and there is no more Jack Spectre left on the Rift. Photon flashing in. Unstoppable now coming in for Evie, trying to leap his way out to safety. Does make it out thus far. Vitality kind of just playing with their food here. Very, very far ahead. Heavy gonna step in, try to get more damage down with the entire.
Prevent some of the wave clear that Jack Spectre, Mercy, Ruby offer. So going to be able to reset, look to...
This group, remember, Vitality picked them. It shows this is the opponent that we want. You can see why, pulling ahead a lot in terms of individual advantages. But I think that when you look at the rest of the series, Heretics are going to have to dig deep, because when we talked to Yankos, he said it's not about how we're going to hit the ground running, it's about having to be faster at developing than other people. And they're not getting a lot of time to develop, because they're spending a lot of time with a gray screen right now, because Vitality are relentless.
And that's the thing, when you look at this Heretics roster and you look at like a coaching staff with Peter Dunn, it is going to be a case of like a slow burn for Heretics, where they do want to try and like build up that roster over time. But Vitality already hit the ground running, and they're hitting Heretics pretty hard off of that.
Yeah.
And now they got to try and hold on to their base.
They are trying to burn them fast. They are fast burning through Heretics. We are 26 minutes into the game from the level 2 gank from Bo in the bottom side, setting Kaiser and Neon ahead. This has been a one-sided affair. 2 kills to 16. Ocean Soul Vitality ready to fountain dive before they end this game. Kaiser will get taken down. Merso finally grabbing something back as massive damage comes in. But Vitality going to grab game 1 in this best of 3.
And that was a statement. Control Mage though, the victor is there. So yeah, just going to go for that instead.
A very interesting shift in the draft here. And you can see, you talked about bringing out comfort picks for the side of Team Heretics, and it feels like they've done that, especially with the Zeri Nautilus on the bottom side of the map.
Real funky, and I mean, nice job from Mercer, right? Already that flash and that heal burn, so kind of helping out a little bit on that bottom lane to make sure that if you actually get the attention from Yankos there, should be a little bit easier to get onto Caitlyn.
Oh, another hook lane. Are they going to kill Kaiser and lane flash forward from Jack Spectre? They're trying to finish the job. One more auto is going to do it. First blood coming in. Oh, nobody can play the Caitlyn and LEC. They're just too damn good. That is redemption for the Heretics coming in. Neon trying to sidestep here. Good patience on the E coming out. Nice backstep, but now Kaiser's going to be the one in trouble. So much CC just locking him down. Neon can get nothing back. Nice little camping emote to come out back in. Now Neon's poking back, but he doesn't really do any damage. He's still just on Doran's refillable.
And I feel bad because I feel like
what both players are bringing to the board. Neon is now so far in the hole, as is Caitlyn. 1.4k gold deficit. Early skirmishes, early fights are just not an option. And now Mercer's just left lane because he can do that because his bot lane is so far ahead it can be left in isolation. Photon now going to be in trouble. Evie, not a solo this time.
Zeri now back in this bottom side, but I think the big thing was actually starting to even up that gold on the bot side. Because Jack Spectre did back in time, well, now you're starting to see what was at one point
on the bottom side.
I'm looking to see where Caitlyn's actually off to, because you see Kaiser matching up against Marissa. We got Yankos moving into this top side.
Knock back over the wall. Yankos coming in. Long-term play. But Bo's now in, and Photon is not. This is a moment of miscoordination. Unstoppable now. Evie's just trying to finish the kill. They're going to manage to grab one. Evie flashing out to safety. Q3 not available. Bo able to keep it a 1-for-1. Meanwhile, on the mid lane, Kaiser getting caught out once again. Ignite ticking. Mersa on the hunt. That is one angry candle, man. And Lightning Girl comes in to finish the kill. Bo will grab another on the top side, taking it.
I mean, when you're at this stage of the game for Bo, actually, hang on.
Hold on. Tag team now. Unexpected visitor onto the top side of the map. Photon desperately trying to escape, but that's Yankos with the steal.
First terror in the spot end.
And this is very big for Vitality, finding this avenue to play the game, because they spent so much time leaving Jack Spectre.
He's just going to be able to back away, hold this wave in an okay spot, and make sure he shouldn't be punished.
Just some trading back and forth, no more all-ins quite yet. Although I love how aggressive everyone plays this lane. It's my favorite part of watching this lane. Never mind, it's an all-in. Heavy full committing. He's gone completely and totally all out. The stun gonna connect. Now just looking for the solo bullet. Photon! Woo! Redemption!
That man is not sweating over there. There could be beads of sweat dripping off him, but I mean, especially if your rest of your map is going relatively well, maybe that's why he's so cool, calm, and collected, because you get topside trade. That's 2 terrors now.
Pressure on the map. It's easy to get flustered and fall behind when someone else makes a play, when someone else is able to find a solo kill, but they are keeping the pressure going. 8 seconds to cure it. They've got bot side pressure. Vitality looking to respond. Kaiser locked up. Jack Spectre going over the wall. He wants one. Bo's now going to be in trouble. He's spinning, but now the Fed Zeri finally gets to play, and it's a quick double.
It's something that I was actually praising them for back in week 1. I think when we saw them get these early leads, they were very good at using the lack of vision on the enemy team.
Makes me look forward to a potential game 3 and how both teams are going to have to mix it up.
And I think that's the beauty of this system, is that you actually get this up in 2.5 minutes is going to be so crucial for Vitality. Just looking to use the fact that you should have about 2.5 items, if not your third item, complete onto Jack Spectre. Plays for those.
Ooh, Photon running. Wasn't able to place the ward, but wasn't able to complete the channel on the jump. TP's now being burned. It's an all-out brawl on the bottom side. Perk's now going in first. He's been locked up first. The stun now coming in. Victor doing so much damage on the backside, but they haven't been able to finish a kill quite yet. Evie leaping out to safety. Jack Spectre ready to come over the wall. Here comes the Zeri. Jankos grabbing the kill, and right away Vitality pulling back. Side jungle from Team Heretics, perfect vision, and now moving into the bottom lane as well. Neon gonna be in trouble. Ulti coming out from the Nautilus. Knockup going in. Jack Spectre now here in the meantime. Perkz trying to focus down the Zeri, but the Zeri still standing strong. Leaves out safety, but not far enough. Jack Spectre.
Map. Let's just play for that final Dragon Leap.
Good calling into Jackson to sustain up in these fights. And here we go, one more time. Bo knocked up, has a second charge of the ultimate to try to spin out to safety, but they're gonna finish that one. Jankos on a rampage too. It's not too far away, 9 seconds, not gonna have enough time. That is gonna be Baron at 22 minutes for Team Heretics.
The last game was for Vitality. There is basically zero chance of that.
Yeah. Wow. I thought if you inted one day on the weekend, you had to int both days. I thought those were the rules. Bo had a good game one. Game two. A little bit of a...
And even when you look at Neon, just completed 2 items, he's 4 levels behind Ruby in the mid lane. Like, he's just not going to be doing damage. And Ebby, he's built fully for any of this AD damage that can come through, and Perkz still can't even really scratch the surface of this Cassante.
Yep, just walk.
There's not really any avenue for them to try and crack open the space because, or sorry, to defend the space because Neon doesn't really have wave clear. No one on your team really has the wave clear, especially against the Baron buff that's there.
And really good from the side of Team Heretics that they are able to use at least one Baron empowered wave to push into the base. Mersa just stepping forward. I mean, Vitality instantly forced to retreat. Baron buff gonna fall off in 7 seconds. They're gonna grab 2 inhibs on just the last 20 seconds of this Baron buff. That is clutch. It makes it that much easier to take Herald or Elder if they even feel like they need it. I don't think there's enough time left in the game because Photon is split pushing. And Team Heretics they're gonna go for all 3 and probably the end to follow.
Yeah, I mean, there's no terror, so here we go.
Hook lands in, Perkz goes golden, Bo now knocked up. Perkz in the gravity field does make it down to safety. Objective bounty comes through, but will it be enough to keep Vitality in this game? Neon taking so much damage from these Infernal Drake procs. Bo in the midst of everyone just dies! Doesn't even get to push the R button. Neon hooked up, taken down, knocked out. Team Heretics will not go quietly. They are knocking down Vitality in dominant fashion and moving ahead to Game 3.
Welcome to the group stage, Heretics. That was a performance and a half. Domination from the bot lane, and this is where just the Azir.
And I think Heretics seem very aware of that, opting for the Soraka here, almost recognizing the lack of immediate dive threat, knowing that the Soraka can just top off the opposing members of the team. Now, overall, when we look at 5v5, Vitality. Difficult, though.
I mean, the fact, again, I love how both parts, he tries to avoid so much of the vision. Like, there is no word for Ebby, but just in case, he's trying to make sure he can play this. But again, no ghost. It's going to be up so soon. But now they know the ward's gone down.
Bo has to be careful here. There's not really a lot of a play for him. Oh, and perfect body slam flash keeps this play going. Ebby holding onto the counter strike for now. 1, 2, 3, first blood. I did not think they'd be able to pull that off. Shifting sands into Ruby. Jankos is going to grab that objective as you highlighted. So for now, the Dragon, you can see the top side of Vitality laning phase, but could make the next skirmish if Bo is involved a little bit more difficult. Kaiser, absolute mad lad, handshake pulling back, goodbye to Ruby, and that is not what Team Heretics wanted.
It's what it
looks like. It's a bit of a split call though. Neon is coming up, but he's coming up quite late. If they don't steal this, it's gonna be disastrous, but he does steal it. He makes it happen. He doesn't have an ultimate. They need to immediately kill this Kindred. If they can lock him down, maybe they can get him done, but Bo is still standing. Shutdown coming in is massive as Evie finds another. Team Heretics, they may not have gotten the Herald, but Vitality will not get the eye, and they will not walk away with their lives. It's a beautiful fight for Heretics. Evie wants to keep it going. One more stun. One more on either side, going to get the advantage of those 1.5 free plates. Bo waiting in the darkness, very confident here. Does he have ult again? Bo holding on to it, Lamb's respite, but he's in the meat grinder. I don't think that there's actually any way out of this one. Knocked down, knocked up, but no, the bailout trying to finish another kill. A lot of blinking health bars. Team Heretics grabbing it.
I mean, for Vitality, it's just them getting ahead of themselves. I mean, Bo trying to push in too far on 2 occasions now, getting caught out, and it's giving it over towards the blue. It's like you have vision that the Vi hasn't started it, so you actually try and group up as a team to put pressure there, but they're just too late. Now Jankos trying to put pressure onto Photon.
Photon waddling his way out to safety. He is gonna die. And Soraka ult is going to make sure.
As you can see now, just, hey, we're going to give this up. We're going to look for position on bot side. Take the turrets that are definitely there for us.
Keep the pressure up top side, though. It's always just very tough to deal with. It demands that much more execution on the side of Team Heretics. Because if Team Heretics ever sloppily fight into Vitality, instantly you're going to have that hostile takeover. Instantly you're going to have that disengage. It's not burning through it too quickly. Kaiser full committing, flash in. Yanko's just dashing out to safety. So overall spell trade for now was in favor Team Heretics, but it looks like the Dragon will drop in favor of Vitality. So good play, heads up decision, collapsing with every member of their team.
Trying to keep Neon in check, so afraid of all 5 members of Vitality. And now they're in the mid lane. Heretics can't really respond to it.
Photon off to the side. Yanko's coming over the wall, but I don't know if this is the fight that they want. Yanko's now full committing. They've got a Jax on the flank. Jax Spectra now stepping in, doing big damage. Bo already gets taken out. No! Lamb's Respite buying him a moment of time, but here comes Emmy the Jax on the backside. The backup from the Syndra is massive. It's a double kill for Ruby. Perk's getting back one in exchange. But instantly, Team Heretics turned the play on its head.
I mean, you still got the Azir here. Perks trying to go between the towers, but not able to find anything. Heretics looking for that mid lane tower and maybe a little bit more as Heavy's feeling himself.
Gold dead even, but good to see the calm go to the side of Vitality. Vitality, if they can get this clean, it's everything. Yanko's now coming in. Yanko's can he steal it away from Bo, but it's too fast. Vitality getting this Baron.
Mid lane tower off the back of this. I'd love to see someone moving up towards top side as well to put pressure onto the top tower, try and push that wave in. Very safe, not engage rage of Yankos. And I mean, for the rest of Vitality, they've actually started to group up now. They get to keep pushing.
And keep in mind, the cost of Team Heretics walking into the river like that is 600 gold. It is the tier 2 tower. Evie, clean stopwatch now. Needs to make it out. Handshake now pulls him back. He's getting burned down. He's ticking. Photon going to finish that kill. And now Mersa next. Vitality grabbing the bot lane.
Dragon, they're just trying to crack the base, and little mistake from Heretics, and Vitality are punishing so well.
Vitality can be over-aggressive, but a lot of times when they have a lead like this, they play with surgical precision. We're seeing it here now, 22 minutes into the game, looking to make this one the fastest. We thought there was parity, we thought it was close, but Vitality take the Baron, they take the picks, and they're looking to end the game. For now, though, they'll have to back away, they'll have to hold.
Bo's low, you have flashes that are burnt off of people like Bo and key carries, but not really one.
Straight for Bloodthirster, get that extra bit of sustain, doesn't need any more damage.
Even the fact you get that shield for a lot of the burst.
A little bit of time, but he'll get there.
I think it's just creating like a bit of confidence for Heretics to move in. But
here comes Photon, knockback right in the Yankos. Yankos going to immediately ultra trying to get something back, but it's a quick pick from the side of Vitality, keeping them breaking another tier 2 tower. Ruby doing what he can on the Syndra to clear those minions. Again, as long as you can see the Gragas. So Team Heretics fighting for what they can, what little bit of control in between there. They force out the TP. They can just collapse on this TP instantaneously. That silence from Soraka is brutal, but it's early. Perks goes gold in the meantime, flashing out to safety, ulting. Small advantages again for the side of Team Heretics. Maybe enough to keep this fight going. Lamb's Respite now going down. Heretics, can they turn this one? Photon maybe look for the disengage. Instantly, Evie goes over the wall trying to take Perks out before he can get any damage down. The Jax is massive. Team Heretics need to keep this one going. Evie into the backside, taking out the Kindred. Is everything. Ruby stepping forward, trying to find the solo kill, but now they managed to split apart. Vitality still standing. It's all eyes on Jax Spectra. It is Jax Spectra and Ruby versus the world. Kaiser running out to safety, and I don't know how they've done it, but they've done it. Team Heretics holding on. Photon will get one back, but Team Heretics take the fight.
They take the fight, they won't be able to...
And honestly, Dagda is breathing. Big, deep breath for a game like this. Well, you will get another opportunity if you fall here. You will lose the luxury of double LM. You will have to play perfectly for the entirety of your season if you want to lift the trophy at the end of winter. Long road for both these teams, regardless of which route they take. For now, though, Baron in the sights of both, the only thing that matters. Evie off to the side, isolated, 3K, getting lower. They're going to flip it. It's going to require absolute discipline, but Vitality just taking their time now, turning to try to burn down the Baron. Can they get through it? Team Heretics will take that one out a bit late on the smite, but they are going to grab it. Photon now going in. Yanko's going back. They're only going to keep 4 Barons up for now. Yanko's sacrificed for the buff on the side of Team Heretics, but I don't know if it was a good trade. Photon keeping the ball rolling. They will not spot out Evie. Perks now going in. He wants to end the game here, seeing his opportunity, but he's getting cut down.
He's dead.
He's dead.
I mean, great flash. Ruby's doing it.
Incredible. I've never seen that. I've never seen someone's Anya's after. That has to feel so bad for Perks. Bo now taking out 2. Oh, Vitality, they're trying to double down. They keep gambling, but it's Team Heretics who keep winning, and that is the TP. That is Evie on the flank. Kaiser and Neon getting collapsed on. Spell shield coming out, being burned just a little bit early. Neon getting chunked through. Ignite ticking onto Evie. Ruby now chasing. They just don't have the heart CC. They don't have the engage to keep this play going. Team Heretics forced to back away. Such an intense game. 2 minutes and 50 seconds until the Ocean Soul. Knockback on a Photon is big. They're still going to go. They're going to try to burn through him, and it's going to be once again a bailout that will get nothing done. Shut down for Jack's limit testing, but ultimately it turns against them, and now suddenly we've got a situation where we wanted to see what these solo laners were going to be like. We wanted to see what Evie could do on a side lane. He wasn't in that position for 90% of this game, but now he certainly is.
I mean, how many times have we said that, though? Vitality taking that step too far forward, trying to bite off where they can chew with Bo, and now we're starting to push forward. What can they get? I mean, mid tower down, top one, next on the menu.
The pressure is on. Evie zoning Photon away, breaking down towers. Meanwhile, Perkz pushing on the bottom side of the map, has the TP. Caught in a fight that they can't afford to get caught in, and they're not out of the game yet. But if Team Heretics make it happen, Goldberg, another big winner on top of Team Heretics, but now Yanko's getting caught out is massive before the objective starts. 30 seconds. TP coming, it's that much harder to find when you're facing down Ocean Soul, because that extra bit of healing means that the amount of targets you can reliably 100-0 with this Sit waiting over the wall. Jankos, will they look for the steal or will they look for Perkz? Perkz now leaping out safety, but it looks like Jankos has overstayed his welcome, getting pushed back into the team, and goodbye to the jungler of Team Heretics. That is a massive ult coming in from Kaiser to buy a bit more time, but Evie in the midst of everyone manages to find the stun. He goes golden, he buys a brief moment. Respite from Bo to keep the back line standing. Evie still standing, the stun now going down. Stopwatch coming in from Bo, and they simply refuse to die. The carries of Vitality stand tall. It is a TP coming in from the Gragas on the backside. It is Neon versus Jack Spectra, and right now Neon is winning. Mersa cut down or nearly. Gets to watch his own death in slow motion, 2.5 seconds of knowing that
he's being pushed in, and as long as Photon can stop the reset, it might be okay.
Q. Oh, first strike. Last strike, maybe.
I think there's going to be a few more strikes, though. Look at the mid lane. Minutes until that Elder Dragon is available, so Vitality going to be looking to make sure they can put pressure across the board.
They can find that buff. They can turn the tides of this game effortlessly. Vitality keeping the pressure on. They've got so much range, so much zone control. It is so hard for Team Heretics to find that window of opportunity. And Vitality giving Team Heretics that respect. They're not looking to play overconfident. Just going to back off, keep their eyes on the objective, keep their eyes on the prize.
I think the one saving grace for Vitality is probably going to be this ward that's at the back of Rush here. Is actually, maybe it won't be, because it may not last that long, but there's just this one ward that maybe you can look for a TP with Evie when that comes up. Maybe they can find a flank, maybe they can find something, but the biggest problem for them right now is just Vitality are knocking on the door of their base, and one tower already down. They need to keep these minions off the turrets.
No reason to flip it on the Elder. They can just play it out slow. Ruby fishing. You can see every scat of the week could be a dead member of Vitality, but now the engage coming out. Bo took so much damage. Bo locked up. Lamb's respite is there when he comes back up, but will it be enough? Buying space with the hostile takeover. Bo still standing. Yanko's getting cut down slowly but surely. Evie on the backside, but he's not able to take out a single carry. Bo still alive, and that's going to be the game.
Vitality just brute force their way onto the Nexus with the Lamb's rest.